On this episode of Midway Masson Motors, Peanut gets a ragtop and a monster new sound. Alright, tonight I got Peanut in the shop. I'm going to throw a quick soft top install on it because the truck only came with a hardtop when I bought it. And it's time to go wheeling. I've already got the doors off. Don't have to go back on because it's cold right now. It's 60. But we're going to do a quick install on the top. And hopefully my exhaust will be in the next day or two. And we'll be able to film that as well. So let's get into this. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do before we start working on the top is when I took off the old hardtop, the foam gasket in between got left behind. So I'm going to hit it real quick with an eraser wheel just to get it cleaned up, make it look much gooder. And then we're going to get this top installed. These things are amazing and make light work of any project you need to tackle. Just like that, it already looks 1,000 times better. All right, so the first step to getting this installed is to get my door frames in. Those are both right here. And this is quick and easy. I was opening this, undoing these two thumb screws. All right. That pin right there, index is right here on this body. And then these slide right over my tubes. And then the passenger side. Okay, next is the over the door bows, which is right here, and they're super easy. You just pull that clip out right here. It clips right on the existing mount. And it goes up over the door just like that. Okay. So the next component now is the rear bows. And once I figure out which way it's supposed to be, just like that, this lays up on top of the frame. Now, these little screws here get attached right to here. Just like that. All right, so once you've got both of those bolts attached and tightened, then we can grab the lower bows right here. This will fit into the rear bow and then clip right into the frame here. And there's a screw that was supplied I just need to thread now into here. All right, believe it or not, we're already almost done. This is a quick, like I said, quick, easy install. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip the whole frame back. And this header, right here, there's these two posts. They will fit into the over the door bows. Drill a quick hole, put a screw in it, and then flip the top back up. on this Quadratech top, all of the screws are literally right there in the kit. They don't make it any easier than this, guys. All right, now we flip her up, notch her around. All right, now we put in the windows. And now it will once again, hopefully look like a Jeep. Ain't that pretty? Now, don't get me wrong. I absolutely prefer no doors, nor wind, nor roof. But that is a sharp looking top. All right, well, hopefully my exhaust will show up soon and we can get working on that. Until next time. There we go, look what finally came in the mail. Time to swap exhausts. But first, I gotta do a little bit of work up here on the windshield. All right, so the other day it rained here pretty hard, and I went to go get in the Jeep, and the dash and the front of my door was all wet. And I'm gonna turn the lights off and see if you can spot the problem. Yeah, that's essentially daylight between the windshield seal and the top. So good thing is, I've got a fix for that. And that's what we're gonna replace now. Well, to do this, it should be as easy as just ripping up this old one. I think. Yep. Although, the ease of ripping up the old one, we'll see just how easy it is. Actually, pretty easy. Probably be getting out the trusty eraser wheel in a second here. So one thing when you're using the eraser wheel, don't be afraid to put a little heat in it. That's how it works. But keep it moving because you don't want to hot spot any of the paint. Granted, this is all going to be covered right back up, so it's less of an issue here. But if you're working anywhere else on your vehicle, remember that. All right, let's vacuum up my mess. All right, now we'll wipe down the surface where 3M tape has to stick to. Let's get one more towel with a little bit of mineral spirits. So I'm using mineral spirits to clean off any grease or whatever, which is really not the right solvent. That's what I have readily available at the moment. Alright, that looks like a good clean surface. Let's pop these out, because I think the new one has, yep, new one's got new ones in it. That's a pretty healthy difference between the two. I mean, that one is flat, and that one looks like it should actually seal. Alright, should be nothing more than sliding this on. Alright, I think we're gonna send it. And just like that, it should now be watertight. Well, I don't see any more light. Maybe she'll stay dry now. Okay. On to the fun stuff. Alright, so the first thing I had to do was put a jack under the transfer case just to take some of the weight off, because I mean, now it's hanging out nowhere. And I had to drop the cross member. I'll probably clean these up right quick, sandwich some grease, keep my frame looking good. But now, time for the good stuff. All we got to do is unbolt it from the catalytic converter and yank all the exhaust pipe out. If you don't start your car with the exhaust cut off after the catalytic converter, do you even like cars? Yeah, that might be a little obnoxious. All right, here we go. I got the exhaust all installed. I had to pop off the trailer hitch to get my exhaust tip to fit, but that's all right. I had to do a new bumper. I'm just gonna do an integrated hitch. I figured while I had all of the spacers off for the trans cross member, I'd sand them up real quick, shoot them with some paint, and I do the same with the frame, just to clean up any potential rust issues. And that's it. Now I just gotta put the cross member back in, and we're good to go. So one thing I'm doing before I install the spacers is I'm just coating the sides that are metal on metal with grease, just in the hopes to keep water intrusion out and fight any future rust growth. This Jeep is remarkably rust free, and I hope to keep it that way for as long as possible. And go all goobered up with rust, with grease rather. I don't know if you can hear the rain on this tin roof, but it sounds amazing right now. Well guys, Peanut is sounding better than ever in full summer mode and one step closer to me being ready to take it off-road. I've got a brand new winch in the barn that's ready to go on, and maybe you'll be able to see that on another episode of Midway Masks and Motors. Until next time.